FastMCP 3 implements a composable authorization system through callable-based checks that evaluate auth context objects containing token and component metadata. This declarative security model enables fine-grained access control by combining multiple authentication and scope requirements with logical and semantics. The upcoming code demonstrates how to initialize a FastMCP server with combined authentication checks, requiring both valid credentials and specific OAuth scopes for tool access. We'll examine the decorator-based configuration that enforces these layered security constraints before any component execution. From FastMCP, import FastMCP. From FastMCP server auth, import require auth, require scopes. MCP equals FastMCP, combined auth server. At MCP, toolauth equals require auth, require scopes, admin. Def secure admin action, SDR. Requires authentication and the admin scope. Return secure admin action. This code demonstrates FastMCP's layered security approach by combining multiple authentication checks for a single endpoint. The secure admin action tool uses both require auth and require scopes admin in a list, creating an AND logic requirement where both conditions must be satisfied. This pattern allows for granular access control by stacking different authorization requirements. The implementation shows how FastMCP's authorization system works at the component level through the @MCP tool decorator's auth parameter. When multiple auth checks are provided as a list, FastMCP automatically applies AND logic, meaning all checks must pass for access to be granted. This approach provides flexibility to implement complex security requirements while maintaining clean, declarative code. The combination of basic authentication verification with scope-based authorization is particularly useful for administrative functions where you need to ensure both that the user is authenticated and that they have the appropriate privileges. This pattern can be extended with custom auth checks for even more sophisticated access control scenarios. Let's break it down. From FastMCP, import FastMCP. Imports the FastMCP class from the FastMCP module, which is the main class for creating MCP model context protocol server instances. This import alone doesn't create any functionality, but makes the FastMCP class available for instantiation in the codebase. From FastMCP server auth, import require auth, require scopes. Imports two authentication decorators from FastMCP's server auth module. Require auth for basic token validation and require scopes for OAuth scope verification. These decorators enforce access control by checking authentication tokens and required scopes before allowing access to protected endpoints. MCP equals FastMCP, combined Auth Server. Creates an instance of FastMCP with the server identifier, combined Auth Server. This string serves as a label for the server that will appear in MCP protocol handshakes, helping clients identify the server during connection establishment. The line initializes the MCP server with this specific identifier, but doesn't configure any functional behavior or operational mode. At MCP, toolauth equals require auth, require scopes, admin. Def secure admin action, SDR. Requires authentication and the admin scope. Decorates the secure admin action function as an MCP tool that requires both authentication and the admin scope. The decorator registers the function with FastMCP, automatically using its name and docstring for tool metadata while enforcing that callers must provide a valid auth token containing the admin scope. Both require auth and require scopes, admin, must pass for access to be granted. Return secure admin action. Returns the string literal secure admin action as the output of the function. FastMCP3's composable authorization system shines through its declarative, decorator-based approach to access control. By combining require-auth and require-scopes admin, in a list within the FastMCP tool decorator, the code enforces AND logic. Both valid credentials and the admin scope must be present. This pattern leverages FastMCP's callable-based checks that evaluate auth context objects, allowing fine-grained control without sacrificing readability. The server identifier in FastMCP combined Auth Server simply labels the instance for protocol handshakes, while the real security logic happens at the component level through the auth parameter. The beauty here is in the flexibility. Stacking multiple auth checks creates layered security, and since any callable returning a Boolean can serve as a check, the system scales from basic token validation to complex, custom authorization logic. This design choice keeps the code clean while enabling sophisticated access control patterns.
The server broadcasts its name to all, but demands both a token and admin scope before unlocking its secrets.